So what's really good to use this moon for is promoting yourself, communicating what you do and who you serve.
When you should be in social media talking about what you do and who you serve.
Later, I tried all of the planners, the tools, the apps. I mean, I'm a Virgo. I try all this stuff, right, guys? But nothing worked. I felt like a complete failure. Why couldn't I just get this together, right?
I couldn't understand. I bought tons of planners and programs and practices and processes, and I meditate and I do all these things, but I just couldn't understand how to bring it all together so
that I thought something was like hormonally wrong with me. I thought that I was losing my mind, right? Because of those ebbs and flows.
I totally thought there was something wrong with me. And I am here to tell you, like, you are not crazy. Even though you might be feeling like you're going through these emotional roller coasters, these highs, these lows.
Because my cycles were all off. So I thought, oh, you know what? I'll track all that stuff. But what I found absolutely blew me away. Absolutely blew me away.
And when I started realizing it and I started tracking it, I blew my own mind.
If you think about it, because during these void moons, we're kind of dangling, okay? We're dangling a little bit between two types of energies, right?
Now, we have what I call wavering days, right? And that's where you might be coming, for example, out of your air energy wave and going into, let's say, your earth energy wave. And when you go from one wave to the other, it's a wavering day.
I want to make it applicable. I want to make it something that you can easily use and apply in your life every single day. Because who the hell has time to read books and books and books and books on how to do this?
I have things to do. I don't have 7 years to like track and plan and look for all of this. I need answers now, universe. And I really feel like this process is going to give you, something a little bit easier.
If you've ever gone from feeling on fire and productive to not wanting anything to do with your business from one day to the next.
Trying to understand why some days you are just totally lit up and turned on and feel on fire, which we're definitely going to talk about you. But then other days you don't have the energy. You don't have that motivation.
Why couldn't I just get this together, right? Like everybody online, you see everybody online, like they're totally killing it. They got all their systems together. What was going on with me?
Why some entrepreneurs just seem to like have it and they're just thriving, and it seems like no matter what they put out, they get the sales, and why sometimes it don't. I couldn't understand.
Because I'm going to dive into water moon now, which is the last of the 4 elements. So water moons, again, are focused on emotionally intuitive. As I mentioned, they are often the most resisted and undervalued moons in the cycle.
And then the last element, the water element. And this one, I have to say, sometimes can get a bad rep.
So really, really honor these water moon days. This is your permission slip to work in time off, right? Work in time off.
One of the women inside of working with me on these elements said to me, I feel like this gives me permission to, in my water days, it gives me permission to not be on, to be able to rest.
And here's the thing, when we do this, when we honor every single one of these moons, we are insanely productive. This past year for me has been the most productive year I have ever had.
And when you're in that element, it's so crucial that you honor it. And I am not even kidding you, after not even 30 days, I had my biggest month in business with over $100,000 in sales in 10 days.
If you don't have if you didn't purchase the 2018 one for this year, in the sample planner, I include the lunar tracking wheels, right? I include them. And they will also be in the hard copy for the 2019 so that you can keep track of, all the fluctuations that you go through.
I have these like trackers now where I know specifically every single day what energy I am going to be in and what activities I should be being in. These trackers are just like I don't know. I would be lost without my trackers now, because I can totally tap in and see like what, like for example, when I look at this, I know that tomorrow is going to most likely, like 99.9%, be a full day of air, which means my creativity is going to be high, ideas are going to be flowing. And I know when I'm in my air energy, I can trust my air ideas. And when I follow those air ideas and I sell them in my fire, bingo. It is an absolute bingo.